Okay, coming to you live. Hi guys, my name is Emmeline. Some of you know me as Chef M. Today is May 20th, 2017. I'm in Sydney, Australia, Bondi Junction actually. That's where I live right now. And I just started a YouTube channel. This is video number one. I'll be discussing a range of things. I'll be doing some sort of life coaching. I'll be taking questions and giving the answers to the best of my ability. It will be discussions like happiness, success, feelings, motivation, perception. Perception is the biggest one for me. I think it's the most important thing. Everything kind of comes down to your perception and how you view whatever situation is happening in your life. Thoughts, discussions. I have many, many thoughts. That's what I do. I'm always thinking. I'm always writing down. I'm always hearing something. You know how Oprah has those aha moments? Well, I have those. Wait a second. Let me get my phone so I can quickly text myself what you're saying because I don't want to forget it. So today's topic, I'll talk about it. I guess I can talk about it right now. So today's topic is the most important to me. It's time. Time is the most single precious commodity in the universe. And, we all think we know, oh, okay, time, what a discussion. I know everything there is to know about time. I don't got enough. No, see, you think you know about time, and I thought I knew about time. And most people think they understand the concept of time, but I didn't. I really didn't. And unfortunately, it took the passing of my father in 2013 to realize the concept of time and that tomorrow wasn't actually promised. Because I never thought of it like that. I'd see friends, I'd see family members, and I'd always say, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? What are you doing later? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing next week? Oh, we'll do this or we'll do that, the future. Oh, plans? Yeah. What's your next week's plan? What's your next month? What's your next year? What's your 2-year plan? What's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? This is how we're always speaking, and it's normal. It's normal to talk about the future like that, like you have it. But when he passed away and I realized, whoa, tomorrow's not promised, that's not actually going to happen. That could happen. That may or may not happen. You mean I'm not invincible? It really started to hit me. And I had this awakening, and fortunately, I had a very positive awakening. I had the awakening and the sense of tomorrow's not promised. Girl, let's get on it. What do you want to do? Quickly, quickly. Because, when someone very close to you passes, you think, well, if they passed away, maybe I can pass away. These are thoughts that can come into your head sometimes. So quickly, I was like, what do I want to do? I made a list. I started doing them. If you know me and you know my story, I picked up my whole life and I just got rid of it. I just got rid of it and I took off and I started traveling the world and I started doing all these things. Like, I didn't know how much time I had left, so I just exploded. And then I slowed down and I quickly analyzed my situation and I started learning about time. So I want to talk to you about 3 things today that has to do with time. Number 1, don't trade your time for money. And what I mean by that is most of us, all of us, not all of us, sorry, most of us, we trade our time for money. We show up at our job, we put in the hours and we get a paycheck. We go home, we wake up, we do it again. We give our time and we get back money. We give our time and we get back money. Don't do that. I haven't for a very, very, very long time traded my time for money, and I don't plan on doing that. I love my job. I love my career, whatever it is I'm doing. I just started doing a different, I just changed my job again, not my career. I'm a chef. I'll always be a chef. And I love it. I immerse myself in it. I want to grow. I want to know everything about it from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. My Saturdays, my Sundays, I do it willingly. I don't give you my time for money. I'm not waiting for the paycheck. Paychecks are coming. That's great. That's awesome. I'm doing me. I'm doing my thing. Don't trade your time for money. You're not going to be happy. And I know what you're going to say first. I have mouths to feed. I have a family. I have a wife. I have a husband. I have a roof to put over everyone's head. I have to put food on the table. I get it. I get it. But believe me when I tell you, those people in your life that you're providing for, those people in your life that are counting on you, they want to see you happy. They should want to see you happy. And if they don't want to see you happy, then we have a problem, a serious problem on our hands. So work towards the things in your life that you need to do, that you need to align, and that you need to set up so you're not trading your time for money anymore. So that you actually want to do the things that you're doing. You want to go to the job. You want to, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying you have to have these incredible jobs that you're so crazy and passionate about. Everybody thinks that, they have to follow their passion and they have to have this one passionate job. No, it doesn't work like that. You got to like your job. You got to like what you're doing. The people you're working for, the company, you got to believe in it. Otherwise, what are you doing? There's people that are not trading their time for money and they're baristas. They're just making coffee. But they'll tell you they're happy. Because there's jobs that are that rewarding, They have the drive and the willingness to be content in their surroundings, their environment, and just make you that morning cup of coffee. And they're happy. They're not trading their time for money. They're doing what they like. Some of them are doing what they love. Some of them are just good at it. But they're okay being there. So don't trade your time for money. If that's a topic you want to discuss more about, I'm happy to do that with you. But I'll start talking about the next thing. This is the first log. I don't want to take it too long. I want to keep you guys in tuned. The second thing is spend your time with those who matter the most. Those who matter the most. Stop spending your time with people you don't want to spend it with. Don't for 1 second think that, I have this obligation, I have that obligation. I said I would be at this event. I'm going to hear it from whoever it may be if I don't show up there. Stop that. Stop. I hear it all the time from everybody, from family members, from friends. Oh, it's their birthday. I got to go. They went to my birthday. Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. If everybody willingly spent time with those they actually wanted to spend time with, then there would be no problem, no issues. A tiny little example on that. If I don't want to go to your birthday party, but you came to my birthday party, okay, you willingly wanted to be there. And if you're upset that I didn't attend your party, then don't do it for the wrong things. Don't do something for someone to get something in return. It doesn't work like that. You have to genuinely want to spend your time with someone. And if you don't genuinely want to, don't do it. Don't do it. You don't even know how much time you got. Don't do it. Spend the time with those who matter most. And for me, it's always been family. Family. Of course, my blood family is number one. Number one. My mom, my brothers, my sister, my nieces, my nephews, they're number one. But because I don't have my blood family with me right now, I have my tiny little, circle family that I've made. Friends that I've kept throughout the years of my traveling. And they're my family. And I spend time with them. Because when we spend time together, we actually embrace it. We enjoy it. We listen to one another. We don't pick this guy up every second and see what's happening. Because when you start spending time with those you actually want to, and they want to spend their time with you, you'll notice that this guy is actually in the pocket, or it's on silent. You have one another's full attention. You're not disrespecting one another's time. You're respecting your time. You're respecting their time. Why? Because you guys want to be there. You want to be in that moment together. This is secondary. This is first. This is first. This thing goes off. I'll check it when I'm done. And so when you spend the time with those you want to spend your time with, you'll notice that you're going to start respecting your time and you're going to start respecting their time. You're not going to make plans and cancel. Obviously, things come up. You call, you say something. I'm sorry, this happened. This came up, that came up. Fine. You have that communication. The real one, Well, not the real one. The real one's face-to-face. But the secondary one where you actually pick up the phone and you call the person. You're not sending that text. And you communicate and you speak to them. and you hear their voice and you say what you need to say, you apologize, and then you move on. But a whole world will open for you when you start to do that, and when you start to realize, and when you know if someone's respecting your time in return, they're not going to be on their phone. They're not going to be texting. They're not going to be calling. Their phone's going to be in their purse or in their pocket. It's going to be away. So I'll quickly go back to number 1. Don't trade your time for money. And quickly, number 2, spend time with those you actually want to. And number 3, the last topic point I'm trying to make on time is be productive with your time. You don't know how much time you have. You could have a day, you can have a week, a month, a year, 2 years, a decade, 10 decades. You don't know. You don't know. So be productive with your time. How do you be productive with your time? Well, I wake up. I'm usually up at 6 a.m. I go, I train, I come back, I take a shower, and then I get my favorite pen, paper. I always have pen and paper, always. And I make a list. I make a list of what I'm going to do that day. I even write down my meals because I get so caught up in my own head and my own thoughts doing the things I want to do, and I forget to eat sometimes. So I make a list of everything, and I include eating in there. Unfortunately, it's a chef, right? I'm a chef and I forget to eat. Anyway, be productive with your time. Make those lists, make those goals. You can get so much more done with your time when you're productive with your time and you're making a list and you're making an effort. And, don't take this the wrong way. Obviously, you need to have goals. You need to have that 2-year, that shouldn't be a 2-year plan. It should be a 3-month plan. That's more realistic to get things done. People give themselves too much time they think they have. So they say 2-year, 3-year, 5-year. Have those plans. Of course, you need to have plans. You need to have goals. You need to have aspirations. Absolutely have them. But be productive with today, because you have today. You don't even have later. You have right now physically. And you'll notice that you'll start appreciating that time more often. And then make time. You always hear, 4th point, make time. You always hear, that person say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time, or, oh, I can't do that, I don't have time, or, oh, I wish I could do this, or, oh, I wish I could eat right, or, oh, I wish it, like I just said, but I fixed that by making a list. You have to actually make the time for the things that you want to do. That's the only way it's going to happen. You need a daily practice for everlasting changes. That's the only way it works. And when you have a daily practice, you'll notice how much more time you have. And then at the end of the day, you'll be like, wow, I got all this time on my hand. I completed everything. I said I had to do this. I did it all. Why? Because you were productive with your time. So then after you're productive with your time, step number 3, you can make the time. Make the time, and make the time for step number 2, those who matter most. So I don't want to go too long. I've already gone longer than I thought I would. I'm a talker. Anyway, so I would love to hear feedback, your thoughts, your own views on time, what you think it means to you. If I said something that maybe resonated with you, or if I said something that just didn't make sense, maybe you wanted some clarification on it, I'm happy to discuss. So visit my YouTube channel daily. I'll be posting videos, and I won't know what I'm going to talk about until I actually start the video. I like to see how I'm feeling before I start a video and see where it takes me. But if you have any suggestions or any comments or any topics you'd like to discuss or questions, please feel free to ask away. Okay. Have a good night. Ciao.